Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Anywhere.
From the 63rd Annual O'Reilly Auto Parts Auto Ramma at the George R. Brown Convention Center in Houston, Texas. Welcome, everybody, to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, we've plucked Larry Way, Public Relations Director of Auto Ramma, the Cavalcade of Customs, and World of Wheels. All of that. How did I do?
You did fantastic. Very good. Very good.
I'm glad that you liked it because I worked really hard on my memory trying to remember all of that.
Boy.
Because I have nothing written down here. But Larry is with us this morning. Conrad's going to have the In-Wheel Time Car Clinic at the end of this particular segment, and we'll have this week's auto news. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We always need more Jeff Zekin, Chief Engineer and Head Bottle Washer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us today. Thank you so much. Larry Way is in the hot seat now. And let's see, we talked to you a couple of weeks ago when you were in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Did you go back home after Vegas?
I did.
You did? Cut the grass?
No, it was cold.
Was it?
Most people go to Las Vegas for 3 or 4 days. I was there for 11 days. I liked Las Vegas. I don't gamble, but I liked the city, and I did a lot of fun things.
Well, wait a minute. Was it that around one of the big shows?
Yeah,
there?
it was around the SEMA show, which is 4 days.
Did you stay for the F1?
No.
Oh.
Did you wish you had made the F1?
Yes and no. Well, boy, oh boy, the F1.
It was crazy.
The people in Las Vegas are so upset because it's disrupted things for so long, trying to get to work. And they started on this like in March. And there were paving Las Vegas Boulevard, and it's been nothing but a
chaos.
Mess. Yeah. And you heard a lot of 4-letter words when people talked about F1 because the locals, they really were upset.
They're still taking that track apart.
Oh,
there's going to be another month, they say, before it's back to normal.
The most photographed place in North America is the Bellagio fountains in front of Bellagio. Yeah. They cut all the trees and they put grandstands up, and so
they did not.
Man!
They cut the trees and put grandstands up in front of the Bellagio fountain, so you could watch them from the side, maybe 20 feet, and on the other side, maybe 30 feet. But that's the only.
That was such a gathering place out in front of the fountains. I mean, to the point where they even had all the speakers set up so you could listen to the music that went along with what the fountains were doing.
There's a volcano show at the Mirage,
right.
So they put grandstands up. They drained the water where they have the gondolas at the Venetian and put grandstands up.
Been there, yeah.
So someone that was going there. A couple, let's say, were going to get married, or just going for a weekend. The city was terrible. Yeah. I mean, because of the grandstands.
They lost money.
Did they fill the grandstands?
No. The week before, I was. They were discounting packages by 80%.
Ooh.
If you wanted, and the week of, and for example, the hotel where I stayed at, which is off the Strip, it's only a 20-minute walk to Bellagio from where I stayed. Their rate was $4.99. Then it went to $2.99. It went to $1.99 the week of and they were only 50%.
They lost money.
They lost a ton of money.
The sponsorship. They wanted to get large corporate money to have all these tickets and blocks of hotels like you do, and it was outrageously priced. They couldn't do it.
So if you wanted, when it started, Bellagio was a beautiful hotel. 3 nights at Bellagio, 2 seats for the weekend, to a couple could stay for 3 days racing. Dinner for 2 and spa for 2 for $17,000.
I thought SEMA was high.
I'll take two.
So what about? So then 2 weeks before they discounted 80%. So all of a sudden you're sitting beside. This guy paid $17,000 and you paid $2,000.
I'm ticked.
So how's that going to reflect on next year? And they're upgrading locals. Well, locals didn't want to go because they're so upset with it because it's just disrupted the whole
such
city.
A mess.
Well, the locals work in the casinos and the restaurants, and they do all that because they have to be there.
There's one of the ladies at the front desk at our hotel. I said, "How long is it normally before F1 to get to work?" She said 15 minutes, and now it's 45.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Well, I have to tell you, I've been going to races all of my life since I was a child. And I'd appreciate road course races on TV. I love going, and I've been many times to the Indy 500. Great. But as a spectator at the event, you have to understand you're only going to see this little section of the track. You're not going to see the whole
I was going to say, if you're lucky, you can get 2 turns, but you're going to pay dearly for that seat.
On a road course, after the second lap, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
And if you don't have a television monitor sitting in front of you, one of those big screens, you're lost. You have no clue.
You're lost.
Because, you depend on what is it?
No, I was going to say I want to find out more about
slap him in the
AutoRama.
back of the head.
Maybe we should talk about AutoRama.
Well, I think we need to have a good bitch session about Las Vegas, don't you? That's what we got.
I love Las Vegas. I love the city of Las Vegas.
Yeah, I like going. I'm not a gambler either. I like going to the shows and watching the fountains at the Bellagio.
Right.
Everything.
They have showgirls there too.
And that too.
Yeah.
You would know that. You would know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have a terrific show again this year. Here
I was going to say, speaking of shows, we have a show here.
We have probably 600 vehicles on the floor. So
I
we're really
talked
proud
to
of it
Steve
this year.
Green. I said, so is there any room to get? There's no room to get anything else in here. They're jam packed. Every space is taken.
In fact, he said they had a waiting list.
Yeah.
He had cars on standby. We've got the FMX motorcycle show, which is always fun. We have celebrities. It's really.
You know what I've noticed yesterday when I was walking around? I noticed that the layout has changed significantly. Really, the lowriders. Man, that whole thing back there has exploded, and they have some of the most gorgeous cars.
Aren't they beautiful? Whether you like lowriders or not, take a look at those cars. The work and the
look at the
workmanship.
artwork.
The art. That's exactly what it is.
That
That's
segment
exactly.
has really grown, and it's not just, there's one car back there that's sitting really, literally on the ground with the nose in the air, but the rest of them, they've all evolved, and they've become much more complicated and beautiful. Some of the paint jobs are stunning.
The mural work, to me, belongs in a museum. Some of the mural work on some of those cars.
You're exactly
back there.
right.
Yeah.
You're
It's
exactly
that
right.
beautiful.
And the other thing that I noticed walking just right here in front, there's more trucks here this year than there has ever been.
Well, it's Texas. There's trucks.
Well, I know.
But you're right. There's more trucks than
There's more than ever.
But really good quality.
Yeah,
Really
there's a
good
truck
quality.
back here, a 1984. I'm sure that you saw it. It's still got the plastics on the seat,
Yeah.
and it's like it rolled right out of the showroom floor. I don't know how they did that, because that cannot be a still original car with the plastic on the seat. It is beautifully restored, and the way that they did it is so cool, because it does look like, really, it looks right as it came out of the showroom.
Right off the transport truck.
The lowriders, they're also, they have hoppers and dancers, right, which you've seen on TV.
Yes.
And I co-managed a show in Louisville, Kentucky, and we had the Lowrider National. So one time, early morning TV, it was like 6 or 6:30 in the morning. The reporter got in this truck, a hopper. So I'm with the
Morning reporter.
So the morning reporter's in the truck, and I'm standing beside the guy. So he's bouncing. I said, higher. So he's going, and he's got no seat, and he's going. So he almost stood it straight up, and he's going, stop, and I'm going higher. And he's bang. But people are sitting at home killing themselves, and he's bouncing around inside. So he gets out, and I help him out. I said, I told him to stop. He says, you're so full of baloney. I saw you talking to him. It was great TV.
I guess I would have wished I'd have been there.
It was fun.
Yeah, no doubt. But a great show, and you've got special guests today and again tomorrow.
We have Noel G, who played Hector in Fast and Furious movies. So he's on. So I picked him up at the airport last night. He said, and he's on from 2 to 5. He said, can I come all day? I said, excuse me? He says, I'll maybe come in at 10 or 10:30 and stay through the whole day. He says, I have merch to sell, and I got nothing else to do. I said, cool. Well, of course. We're not used to that. So he's going to be in this morning. So maybe if he does come in, I'll drag him over here.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like I said, the 11 o'clock hour is wide open, and we'll make room for him, I promise.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'll make room, but we got somebody coming at 11:30.
Who we got?
That watermelon truck over there?
I missed the watermelon truck.
What?
I saw one crashed on the freeway a couple of weeks ago. It shut down 59. Literally. Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, but no, I'm not sure about that one over there, but I'll take your word for it, Mars. Don't ask me why. I trust you at this point in our relationship.
It's
but
too early in the morning.
It is that.
Wait till you get woke up. Yeah.
So tomorrow we have Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
Incredible
Lou
Hulk.
Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk.
So we have him tomorrow afternoon. So
Was
that'll be
that
fun.
was a 70s show, wasn't it? The Incredible Hulk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
It is. It's great. And I mean,
Is he going to be in green?
probably
Doubtful.
not.
You have to make them mad.
Yeah, that's right. You got to make him
Don
mad
can
for
do that.
Anybody.
real easy.
Yeah. Ask Craig Bierman; he'll tell you.
Oh boy.
I can tell you that it is quite a show this year. Have we selected the Magnificent Seven yet?
Yes.
They are selected,
Yeah.
and so I think yesterday I didn't see them, but
Most of them are on the front.
right,
front row.
and they have a plaque, and I didn't. Maybe I missed it. I don't know, but at any rate, so got to be sure. And when you come in, that's the first thing that you look at is the Magnificent Seven, and they each of the seven has a plaque in their display
Right.
that shows that they are
One
one
of
of the
the seven.
Magnificent Seven.
There is one car here from Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, which is in the far eastern provinces. He was at the SEMA show in Las Vegas, and they brought the car here and stored it, and then brought it here. And then from here, they're taking it to West Virginia and leave it stored, fly home, come back and get it, and come to the championship finals in Cincinnati in January.
Oh, cool.
So, you
So
just
I
kind of
come- so I
store
saw
it
this
instead
car.
of hauling it all the way back to New Braunfels.
New Brunswick. And it's,
New Brunswick.
and it's a million. It's a million miles from here. It's a long way from here.
Yeah. Can you imagine hauling a big show car all the way to that?
That's
I'd
an
be scared.
awful long way.
It really is. Yeah. And you would know about the provinces of Canada.
Well, Moncton, New Brunswick, they have an indoor show there, which I worked for. I've judged shows for 40 years. I was the judging supervisor there for 30 plus years, and they replaced me. But they have an outdoor show, the largest outdoor show in Eastern Canada, and I'm on the committee, and I help with celebrities, and I work with them, and that's the second weekend in July, so it's fun. But our eastern provinces is where the warmest Canadians are, so it's a wonderful
Well, the
place.
second weekend in July is like the only day of summer in that part of Canada.
Actually, this whole climate change has been good for Canada because our summers are longer.
No doubt. Yeah.
But we really do have a great show here. And when sometimes we'll just stand and watch as people come in, because when they come in and see all these cars on the front line and the nice displays, and it's rolling automotive art, we all know that. And the cars are just cars and trucks, especially trucks, are getting better and better. I mean, the availability of parts, and there's manufacturers remanufacturing parts, and the quality of the paints, and on and on and on.
Well, the interest, and that kind of drives all that.
And nobody would know that better than you, because you've been doing this for long enough to watch the
63
show cars.
years.
Well, to watch the show cars evolve.
It really
over
has
time.
changed, and every year things just get better and better. And it's and what happens when someone the people lift the bar. So to be competitive, you've got to. If you want to be competitive, you've got to lift the bar too.
something
You got to stay there with them.
And to that end, I will tell you that, my memory is not all that great, but when it comes to cars and the cars that show here, most of the stuff that I'm looking at that hasn't been here before, or if it has, it's been completely redone. So don't think that you're going to see last year's show this year. No, that's not the case.
It's hard to fill a big show like this with new cars, but Steve's done a great. Steve and his team. He has a team that helps him.
Yes.
He's done a
Well,
fantastic
and there's
job.
been some memorable cars here. You know, to me, the one that I continue to remember is the gray Vicky from I think it was 2 years ago.
Yes.
And then the Graham. The shark-nosed Graham. Those cars kind of stick out in my head.
The
as
shark-nosed car. That was a rare
how
car. and
cool
it
that
really
is,
well
yeah.
done.
Yeah, and we asked him, I said, so how much money you got into it? He says, I can't tell you because my wife would kill me if she knew.
So someone brought up a point recently. So what happens when you don't have a value on your cars and you pass away? So your wife says, well, I don't know, you think he's got like 50,000 in this, but actually he's got 150 in it. I think he spent 50 on it.
Yeah.
I want to talk quickly about our friend Gene Winfield.
Yeah.
Gene's health is failing. He's having dialysis three times a week, and he's got a full-time caregiver. There's a firestorm going on that she's after. She's a gold digger. There's not a lot of gold there. Gene doesn't have any money.
Right.
Not that she's perfect, but she's taking care of him, and he got to go to SEMA. He wouldn't have been there had it not been for her. And she drives him. And she had help. They loaded a car on the trailer, took it there, and unloaded. Drove him around, did everything. There's banquets and all kinds of things going on at the SEMA show. So I said, "Are you going to the Hot Rod Industry Alliance banquet on Wednesday night?" And she said, "Yes." I said, "I want to sit beside Gene because I want to chat with him." So I'm waiting. It's a boring banquet. I shouldn't say that.
We'll edit that out.
15 minutes before, she calls and says he's exhausted. So I called her on Friday. SEMA runs Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I said, "You guys coming to the show today?" She says, "I'm not sure. We just had breakfast." She says, "I'm packing. Why don't you come to our hotel room and talk to Gene while I'm packing?" And I spent 90 minutes with Gene, just him and I.
Oh, cool.
That was the best time of my whole trip, that 90 minutes ago.
Wonderful.
We talked about Houston, talked about having Thanksgiving dinner here, because he always looked forward to having Thanksgiving dinner here with me.
Yep.
And all the years, and it was just wonderful.
He's mid-90s.
96.
96.
And there he is still, and he's going to pass away sitting at a table signing an autograph.
So
And he is automotive history.
He is.
You know,
He sure is.
Are you collecting your historical moments with him and maybe putting it in a book or a documentary?
I should
later
write a
on?
book. I
You
should write a book or sometime. But it was wonderful. And we talked about one year, the woman, I think it was 2 weeks before they were coming here, and he said to the woman I was dating, "Are you coming with me to Houston?" And she said, "Well, no, you and Larry are having dinner." He says, "No, I'm actually chopping a top, and I'm going to be selling my merchandise." She said, "All you talked about was Thanksgiving dinner with Larry." So she ended up coming with him, but he's still going. I mean, he still loves the people and loves to make appearances and just.
It's funny because I watch a lot of automotive television of all sorts.
And you watch some of those crazy Canadian shows.
I do.
know you
I love Rust
Glad
Valley
you admitted
Restorers.
it. Those guys are crazy.
Rust Valley Restore is one of my favorites. But I will say that some of the shows they were done years and years and years ago, and some of them go back to the George Barris days. Gene Winfield was all part of all of that era. He did all of that. He's got his own stuff, and then he helped other people.
See, but George was the best thing ever happened to car shows. You put him in front of a microphone, he lit up like a Christmas tree. He was so full of baloney, but it was fantastic. He was fantastic. But Gene just worked. Gene built cars and built TV cars and did all these things. And I started working with him maybe 35 years ago and Gene, we need to do some interviews and helped him develop. And today, as you know, he would always come here. And
Well, I will never forget all of the times that he's appeared on our show, at this show, that they always had a big crowd around us.
Because
it was
people
always
knew
the
who he
biggest
is and
crowd.
wanted to hear him.
Yeah, always the biggest crowd when he was on with us.
He's a wonderful, wonderful guy.
Yeah, he is. He truly is, and very welcoming. And I have a great picture with he and I and my daughter and I, and it was great, great fun and great times to talk to him.
He lives out by Ian Russo out in the desert
Russell,
area.
yes.
He is in the Mojave. His place is, I'd say 5-6 miles from the town of Mojave, and he's in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, nowhere.
Yeah. Ian Russell, I think, is a good friend of his, and that's why Ian moved out there. I think.
Yeah, there were some people that have gone there, just gone there for 6 months, and Gene says, "Yeah, I'll put you up.
Just
if you
to
want to come
learn.
and work with me and learn from Gene."
Yeah.
He had built a museum, and he cut a Model A pickup, a 29 and a half, and put it on the wall. And the bed of the pickup was a bed. So he said, "The first person that's going to sleep in that bed is going to be Larry Way." And I said, "I love you to death, Gene, I do, but I'm not coming to visit." And we
sleep on your wall.
But for a year, he wouldn't let anybody sleep in there. So we're talking. We were chatting, and we laughed about that. And his caregiver, Michael Ann, said, "Sometimes I take a nap in there." She says, "I didn't know I was sleeping in Larry's bed." but Gene is just so darn wonderful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hope he continues for a long time.
And like Don said, so interconnected in the industry. Things he did, people mimicked in doing what they did because
tried
they
to.
and were taught by him how to do some of those things.
They still call it the Winfield fade, where one color goes to another. Gene started that. I mean, he just did incredible things, but he never promoted himself. He just was Gene working in the shop.
Let the work speak for itself.
Look at my car. Yeah.
But now he's doing so many workshops and he's sharing his craft. And so many people don't share their craft. Like, do you guys give lessons on how to be a broadcaster?
No, Don's been trying to teach us for years. It hasn't worked real well.
Our engineer, David Ainsley, says, "Man, you need to get rid of those sportscaster headsets and you need to go to real microphones." Listen, I can't even get these guys to put this microphone in front of their mouth. Can you imagine what my troubles are when I put a real freestanding microphone in front of them.
So here's
do we do with
Gene.
that?
Here's Gene, one of the innovators, and he's sharing his craft. He's teaching people all
Yeah.
the time, and he's done that his entire life, sharing his craft, and that's wonderful that people will do that.
Yeah.
Well, and it becomes an extension of him.
Exactly right.
Because
Exactly
people
right.
know Billy Bob because he was trained by Mr. Winfield, and he continues that skill set as well.
And I'm sure that there are probably about a dozen guys that have continued that era on as a Gene Winfield trained mechanic or body sculptor or whatever it may be.
Now, Gene is also a womanizer, so a lot of us are proud of him for that, too. He's 96, and he's still chasing.
I wasn't going to say anything when you, but I was thinking when you said her, I thought, yeah, he would have a female.
She's not 40 years old, cute little thing. And that's Gene, but she is his caregiver.
Yeah.
Truly, she does take.
I mean, it does sound like it.
More
but-
than a full-time
Well, I
job.
hope that this doesn't turn into a Casey Kasem thing.
No, but it sounds like that's the longevity if you want to live that long.
Yes.
The key to the longevity.
Well, Steve Darnell, I think you
Showgirls.
know who Steve is from Vegas Drivers.
Yes.
And Steve and I are good friends. I have a lot of friends and acquaintances, but Steve and I are friends. Whenever I go to Vegas, we get to spend some time together. But we both look up to Gene.
Yeah.
One time we're at a show, and him and Barbara Dave was on the show with him, who's his first cousin, and they're doing a rap song, and we're celebrating Gene's 90th birthday, and they go dun, 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 and Steve's doing the thing, and he says, and there's little Winfields all over the land.
Perfect. Well, let's bring it back home. So we're going to come down here for the first time at the O'Reilly Auto Parts AutoRama, and what are we going to see?
Well, first you want to stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store and pick up discount tickets on your way here.
That's right.
And then
Can
come
you buy
down-
the tickets there?
Yep.
You can buy the tickets there.
Discount tickets at all local O'Reilly
So
Auto
go into
Parts
the
stores.
O'Reilly Auto Store where there's a bajillion of them here.
Where they're, yep. And then come, but when people walk in and see it, and what we've done, and you guys know this, is promote family entertainment. 20 years ago, it was a guy thing. There was bikini contests and so on. We've been trying hard to get out of that, which we have for a long time, but it's family entertainment is what we want.
It is.
We want mom and dad and the kids, and there's a lot of families that come.
Yes,
they
there
can
are.
watch the motorcycles. Even if you're not interested in cars, this is millions and millions of dollars of rolling automotive art. The imagination that a lot of these people have and the things that they do is just incredible.
Well, there's family builds. Families have built some of these.
Exactly right.
Well, and for the ladies, there's the trinket show down at the
We
end.
have
for
Women's
lack of a
World.
better- yeah.
We have Women's World. We have an automotive flea market. So there's just a little bit of everything. But in the size of this building, I mean,
Yeah,
It's
It's
huge. Really.
significant.
It's huge. It
Yeah,
really
most
is.
definitely. So different cars, all kinds of cars. There's late model cars. There's a lot of classics, a lot of resto mods, a lot of customs. You know, I wanted to say something about this is the 63rd annual, and I think that I went to the first one.
Yeah, back when they had wooden spokes on the wheels.
Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. No, it wasn't quite like that. But the original one, I believe, was at the Albert Thomas Convention Center, which is across from where we are to downtown. And then it moved out to Astro Hall when that building was there. And then when that went away and this was built, it moved down here. And it really is a fun place. And I will say this. This Discovery Green area in front between the two hotels.
I was going to say,
It really is very unique, special, and all of the greenery now that's in front of the convention center. It's really impressive to walk out
at
front.
night it's beautiful
Yes,
when
it
it's
is.
all lit up. It's beautiful downtown.
Yeah, it truly is. So it's a great venue. It's easy to park. There's underground parking right there underneath Discovery Green, and there's plenty of garages around, which used to not be, but now it is.
That's a big problem with a lot of our convention centers that are downtown. It's parking.
Right. Always.
And so it's all connected, and it's good now. So it's a great place and a great time. And the weather's supposed to be pretty good today, so get out and come on down to the George R. Brown. We're going to be broadcasting today an extra hour. This is the Larry Way bonus AutoRama hour.
So we're
That's gonna
calling
happen.
it. Yep. Did you?
Did George Barris teach you anything?
Did you go to the Super Feast or have the Connect? Did you do that?
I did. I went at 7:40, and I walk 6 miles a day. I walk an hour in the morning and an hour either in the afternoon or evening. I went and helped organize the food, and then we walked the aisles stuffing bags. So I walked probably 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Just walking. And they had a guy, and he's a big black guy, but he was with a really loud voice. He was his own sound system. And I said, you're really something. And he's a professor. And he would say, okay, we're doing this. And you could hear him, and he had it all organized.
Everybody heard.
And it was, so they said 10,000 people.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
And they probably had 3,000 bags of food. So they had cars lined up forever. And so we were on it was on the third floor. And volunteers brought their cars up, and they loaded bags and drove them down and handed them out. And then people that came for the feast, a lot of them came and got there. There was a lady there. I met her 2 years ago. She had 10, herself and 9 other hairdressers there from different salons, cutting hair, trimming beards. Mm-hmm. They were doing flu shots, COVID shots. They had live music. They had live
serving the community.
It was really something. It's really something for these people. Now, not everybody's homeless, but times are tough, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people there.
More people, yes.
Just people that are just
in need.
We got about a minute and a half, Larry, and I wanted to talk to you briefly about the things that you do once you leave here. You got other shows that you produce as well.
I produce my own series of shows in the summer months.
Yeah. So you're busy year round, really, with car shows.
And I do automotive appraisals. So I don't do a lot of that, but I've last year we had four Barris cars and four Ed Roth cars.
Wow.
That we toured, but they needed to be appraised. We needed to put a value because when they're in the possession of the owner in his garage, they're insured, and when they're in the trucks coming to the event, they're insured. But when they're on the show floor, we're responsible if something happens. So I sent a sample of mine, and they accepted our insurance company accepted my appraisal, so I got to appraise 8 of the most famous cars.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
And they paid me for it.
That's even better.
So it was important.
Win-win, so to speak. Yeah.
It's always a pleasure. You guys do a fantastic job for us. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Larry.
And you're a big part of the car community here, and we appreciate it.
Well, we thank you very much for letting us come here and show our
Take
wares
up space.
or our
You do a
rear ends.
fantastic job.
Yeah, something.
And we've
like
been
that.
doing this a long time together.
Yes, we have. We certainly have. And
Didn't we have dark hair when we started?
I think that we did.
had hair.
I think I had hair.
Larry Way, PR Director of AutoRama here in Houston at the George R. Brown. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to continue our show right after this. Stay with us here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
Houston's finest cars are invited to another Gulf Coast Auto Shield Car Social, Saturday, December 2nd, and you're invited too. Show off your personal pride and joy, or just stop in to see the likes of Lucid, Lamborghini, Porsche, Ferrari, and more. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your one-stop shop for paint detailing, coatings, window tint, clear bras, and wheel repair. The Car Social is your opportunity to get a tour of this state-of-the-art facility located at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. It all takes place Saturday, December 2nd, 9 to noon. This is the perfect opportunity to connect with other car enthusiasts. From BMWs to Bentleys, Corvettes to McLarens, the Car Social is a different kind of show. Talk to the owners. See Gulf Coast Auto Shield's facility. You'll be amazed. Put it on your calendar now. The Gulf Coast Auto Shield Car Social, Saturday, December 2nd, 9 to noon at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there, too. We'll see you then.
Hey, Houston! America's greatest hot rod tradition is back! Thanksgiving weekend! The O'Reilly Auto Parts AutoRama at the George R. Brown Convention Center. 4 action-packed days of hot rods, customs, classics, trucks, and performance cars. The ultimate lowrider showcase. Sponsored by Shorty's Hydraulics. See Lone Star Throwdowns, Texas-sized truck spread. And don't miss the traditional rod and custom section. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, see wild, high-flying, freestyle motocross stunt shows. Shop the swap meet and women's world all weekend on the celebrity stage presented by Nick's Auto Repair and Classic Car Restoration. Friday, meet AEW Tag Team Superstars, the Lucha Bros. Saturday, it's Noel G, Hector from the Fast and Furious. Sunday, it's Lou Ferrigno, the original Incredible Hulk. The O'Reilly Auto Parts AutoRama this weekend at the George R. Brown Convention Center. Discount tickets at O'Reilly Auto Parts, part of the Summer Racing Equipment Show Car Series. See Autorama.com for more info.
The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Loopy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Loopy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Loopy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Loopy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loopy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Loopy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Loopy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts.